Okay. So I thought we'd just kind of switch into talking about politics a little bit here. So I was just curious as to what exactly your political positions are. If I'm not mistaken, you're a Bernie Sanders supporter. So if you could just kind of explain, what you would describe yourself as and what sort of things you support, that's what I was kind of curious about.
I guess I would consider myself a social democrat.
Hmm.
I used to call myself a democratic socialist, but that's not what I am at all. Those two
Yeah.
things are very different.
Yeah.
More like what Denmark is, and the social democratic European countries.
Hmm.
They've done study after study to find out what the happiest countries are, what the happiest citizens are. And at
Hmm.
the top of the list, it's always the social democratic countries.
Right.
It's not perfect, of course. We're human beings. There's never been a perfect government created, and we're still working towards that ideal. But as about as good as we've done on this earth, it seems like, are the social democratic countries like Denmark and whatnot. So that's kind of where I lean, I guess. I think capitalism has its good points. I think rewarding people for their ingenuity and their hard work to a certain level is actually good. It actually makes the world better, makes more inventions, makes people work harder and stuff. But I think there has to be a limit on it. I think they've done studies that show like over 70 or $100,000 a year, the happiness you get kind of drops off.
Hmm.
And so people that are making like billions and billions and billions of dollars a year, they're basically just leeches that are sucking money out of the system where that money could go back into the system and help a lot more people.
Hmm.
Um, so I guess that's kind of where I fall in there. I think that rich people, I guess I put it this way. You can't convince me that the problems with our society is that rich people have too little money.
I don't think
And
anyone can.
that's what conservatives seem to believe, though. They
Yeah.
just passed the tax bill in the United States that puts $1 trillion on our credit card and gives it to the super rich among us, which is
Right.
insanity.
Hmm.
That's the last fucking thing we should be doing.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, I'm also a big fan of things like universal health care. The fact that we're the only first world country on the goddamn planet who can't figure this out is
Yeah.
insane to me. We're supposed to be the best country, and we can't figure out one of the most important things in history.
Right.
Um, so just basic common sense stuff like that, I think, is where I would describe myself.
So, you supported Bernie Sanders in the primary, if I'm not mistaken. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about what you thought about the Hillary Bernie primary, because, of course, there was a lot of rigging that went on, and I was just wondering your thoughts about that.
Well, first off, I think Bernie Sanders has made a mistake calling himself a socialist because he's not.
I
He's not.
yeah, I
He's
do
not
as
even a
well.
socialist.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I don't really get what he's coming. He's got to know the difference, certainly. But I understand he's trying to rebrand the word and make it. It's a word used to demean people and attack people by conservatives.
Yeah.
They'll call you a socialist to demonize you. So I guess he's trying to take the word back, but it's not really an accurate description of what he is.
Hmm.
He's a social democrat. But so I was on board with him for that. And obviously, yeah, I think the DNC basically, rigged things against him to help Hillary to win. And I was very pissed about that.
Hmm.
I actually, for a short time, was kind of a Trump supporter because I was so upset with the
Oh.
DNC. And I actually the main reason I was kind of a Trump supporter because I kind of bought this talking point that the alt-right was spreading at that time that Trump was actually a Democrat and he
Oh.
was going to push the Republican Party to the left.
Hmm.
This is something that TJ made a video about saying, his video talking about how we should vote for Donald Trump. This was a very common, it was alt-right back then, but they're alt-right now. Like I said, it's a different, the Lorbee's a different thing now. But like on the Donald subreddit, that was
Hmm.
a big talking point they were spreading. So for a very short time, I was so pissed off at the DNC and Hillary for fucking over Bernie. And I was
Hmm.
like, all right, let's give Trump a try. But then I started actually reading what Trump wanted to do. I went and read his platform, did videos about it, and realized, oh shit, he's not gonna put anything. He's not gonna push anything to the left. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. He might have one time in his life called himself a Democrat, but now he's conservative as conservative gets. So I jumped off that train real fucking quick, and
Hmm.
I've been pretty heavily anti-Trump for the last year and a half. And as you pointed out before, pointing all this stuff out and talking about how the skeptic community switched and became more right wing, it cost me a lot of my subscribers, a lot of my audience.
Hmm.
You know, I had a lot of hate videos made about me. Pretty much every
Yeah.
popular YouTuber
Yeah.
made a video putting me down, and that really put a huge dent in my numbers. And my income is probably 20% of what it was. Like
Hmm.
I probably lost 80% of my income, but I don't regret it at all because I can't say shit that I don't believe.
Yeah.
So if it costs me money and fame, so be it. There's a lot more important things in life than that for sure.
Yeah. Um, I think a lot of people definitely respect what you did, and I think that you almost have like a new kind of maybe more stronger fan base now because of what you did.
I'm playing 4D chess.
So how would you rate the Trump presidency? Not necessarily on a number scale, but what do you think of it? How's it, how's it going in your opinion?
It's awful. He can't even form a sentence. This is the
Yeah.
most embarrassing. Like when Bush was president,
Hmm.
I was thinking, holy shit, this is so embarrassing. I cannot believe this guy's. I'm so embarrassed for America right now, and it's
Hmm.
like 100 times worse now.
Yeah.
It's like the thing is when Bush got out of the White House, I said to myself, well, at least we would never have anybody in the White House that embarrassing again.
Hmm.
At least our nation would have learned its lesson. But it's like we just regress. The skeptics and conservatives like to use the term regressive,
Yeah.
but there's nothing fucking more aggressive than Trump.
Absolutely.
We're going backwards as fast as we can possibly go. I mean, we need to be headed towards universal health care
Right.
and a more sensible tax system and a more rigorous social safety net for the poor. And
Right.
we're going in the exact opposite fucking direction. It's regressive as it can possibly get. So,
Yeah.
not a fan. Let's just say that.
How do you think the Democrats should move forward? Do you think that because there's a lot of Democratic infighting that's been going on, do you think that they should focus more on trying to get progressives to run, or do you think they should focus more on the Hillary wing, or how should they go about defeating Trump or any other Republican in the future?
No more Hillary. Hillary's done. She's hugely unpopular. She could not beat Obama, who was a fledgling senator no one had ever heard of, and
Hmm.
she couldn't even fucking beat a reality show host. So, no more Hillary. Get Hillary out there. We need to change things up. Definitely, we need to get some more progressive voices in there, some younger voices. Not me. I'm unelectable, but there's like Matt Dillahunty. Would love to see him run for something. Even people like him at Meta, who I've also had my problems with. I have problems with everybody. I need to stop being such an asshole, but